Nobody talks enough about this part, the after. Not the breakdown, not the awakening, not the crying on the bathroom floor realizing your life needs to change. I'm talking about after the reckoning. When you finally become self aware and then realize you still gotta pay bills, still gotta answer emails, still gotta clean the house, still gotta parent, still gotta repair relationships, still gotta face all the little dumpster fires you created while emotionally imploding. Damn. Because healing sounded real sexy until I realized integration still requires me to open my mail. I hope that made you giggle. That's the stage I'm at right now. Not survival anymore, but integration. And honestly, I think integration might be harder than the breakdown itself. Because at least during survival mode, everything made sense. You were reacting, coping, escaping, numbing, performing, pushing through. Every system was driving the car. But now I'm awake. And being awake means I can see everything: the habits, the avoidance, the consistency, the unfinished tasks, the neglected responsibilities, the emotional debt, the financial debt, the relationship damage, the burnout. And baby, awareness without action becomes its own prison. Because why do I suddenly want peace but still have survival habits? My nervous system talking about let's rest and regulate. Meanwhile, my bank account is like, girl, get your ass up. That's the weird part that nobody prepares you for. You can outgrow survival mode mentally before your life catches up physically. So now you're stuck in the in between space where your soul wants softness, but your consequences still need management. And honestly, that can make healing feel fake sometimes. Because how do you meditate your way out of overdue bills? How do you regulate your nervous system while untangling chaos you created during the reckoning? That's the real integration work. Not becoming a new person overnight, but learning how to clean up your life without abandoning yourself in the process. That's where I'm at. Learning how to repair, how to prioritize, how to follow through, how to stop avoiding hard things, how to stop romanticizing collapse. Because survival mode made me feel alive through urgency. But integration is teaching me how to live through consistency. And that shit is boring. Okay? Because nobody claps for paying the bills on time. Nobody throws confetti because you finally answered the email you've been avoiding for 3 weeks. Nobody gives you a spiritual award for folding the laundry. But that's the work. I think for a long time, I confused emotional intensity with transformation. Like, if I cried enough, realized enough, journaled enough, talked about it enough, my life would magically change. But integration is realizing awareness is only the invitation, behavior is the ceremony. I ain't gonna lie. That part set my ass all the way down. And listen, I'm still navigating consequences from the version of me that was drowning. Some things I neglected, some bridges I strained, some responsibilities I avoided because mentally I just couldn't carry one more thing. And that's real. But I don't want to spend the rest of my life identifying with my collapse. That chapter explained me. It doesn't get to become me. So now I'm learning something radical. You don't have to rebuild your life all at once. You rebuild it through tiny acts of self trust, answering the call, making the list, showing up to therapy, drinking water, sending the email, taking accountability without self hatred, resting without disappearing, trying again without dramatizing failure. That's integration, not perfection. Relationship with yourself, with your habits, with your reality. And maybe that's why this stage feels so quiet compared to survival mode. Because chaos is loud, but rebuilding whispers. It whispers every time you choose not to abandon yourself again. So, no, I don't think I'm asking, how do I fix my life anymore? I think I'm finally asking, how do I care for the life that's still here after the fire? And honestly, I think that question might save me more than survival mode ever did. This is Prayers and Cuss Words, where softness and survival coexist. Welcome to season 2. Not the breakdown, not the reckoning, but the rebuilding.